Hello, welcome back to another video. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, we're going to be doing an Alphalete haul today. It's for the restock that actually has already been and gone. It's already happened, so don't panic. And I did ask on Instagram, people would still find the video helpful, so I said that I would do it. If I ever don't do a video, it's because I don't have a package. My package came about 5 days after the restock happened, so I wasn't able to do a video, and I'm really sorry, but that was completely out of my hands. I submitted everything on time. I don't know, something went wrong with parcel force, something went wrong there, and I didn't get my package until 5 days after the drop, which is why there was no video, but I'm doing it anyway because we now actually know the birthday sale is going to be on the 18th of February, and with like some of these colours will be super high stock because they've just restocked. So I feel like this video is probably going to be helpful for that, and also for the sports bras in particular it might be helpful. It's probably going to be shorter than usual. I feel like every time I say this I curse myself and then it ends up being longer, but I really can't see this being that long because bar a few little things that I did notice in terms of the bottoms, which is normally what takes me the longest to go over, it is pretty much a true restock other than a few things that I noticed. The bras, I've got a few more points to touch on. The only other thing that launched that was new was socks and dad hats. I do not know where my dad hat has gone, and I'm really annoyed because there was actually something I found really odd about it, which was the back of it. It was completely different to any of the dad hats they've done before, and it was like brown leather, like the adjustable thing is like brown leather instead of being material, and it felt a little bit flimsy, and it also said Adams on the back of it, and I don't know what that means. So I did want to go over that in this video and show you guys, but I cannot find that hat anywhere. If I find it, because this video is going up on Sunday, I'll just shoot a random clip and put it in and show you the difference between the hats. But yeah, they were new, and then they launched these crew socks as well. I'm going to put in a picture of everything that they did restock so you can see everything that they restocked. Also as well, because I have now got doubles of chocolate, I've got doubles of whale blue, I've got 3 pairs of blossom shorts now, and I've got 2 pairs of hot pink. I need to get rid of some of this stuff and it feels a bit wasteful for me to hold on to it, so literally just DM me on Instagram and let me know what size you are. If I've got a spare in any of these colours, to be honest, any Amplify colour, just DM me. It'll be first come first served. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, I'll just cover the shipping costs here. It'll be completely free. It's really wasteful, and you guys support me so much, so I may as well just give you guys some of this stuff. I do actually do it quite frequently. Honestly, please don't feel cheeky. If you ever want to message me on Instagram and say, hey girl, have you got this in this size in a spare, just ask me, because the chances are I might, and I'll just ship it to you. I don't make people pay for shipping, I'll just ship it to you for free. This video is kind of more to do with like sizing and stuff. I decided to pick up some different sizes. I'm going to do like some side by side so you can see like small to medium, extra small. I've got extra small, small and medium in this video, so hopefully it will be helpful. Like I said, we've got the birthday sale date now. I'm going to leave link down below a Discord that I made for my Alphalete girlies, where we're all discussing Alphalete related stuff. I made a Discord, so I'll leave the link for that. I'm still not sure how to use Discord. I asked on Instagram what to make the group chat on, and it was either WhatsApp or Discord. I made a Discord. I'm not sure how it works, but you can join it. We're all having a good time in there. It's excellent. I'll also leave a link down below the birthday sale launch guide so that you can see that. Also Black Friday. Honestly guys, I am so sorry to everyone who had issues on Black Friday. I actually don't even want to sit and make excuses for Alphalete because I feel like it happens every Black Friday, and with the birthday sale around the corner, it's another sale. The whole website goes on sale, 10 to 80% off. I understand if any of you guys are like, actually I don't want to order again because of the mess with Black Friday. I completely understand, because as much as they will say that they've sorted it out, that's happened a few years in a row now where they've had big issues, and I'm just a believe it when I see it sort of person, and I feel like I've not seen the sale handled like perfectly well from them. So if anyone is like anxious about shopping the birthday sale and doesn't want to shop the birthday sale, completely fine, and I totally get it, and yeah, I'm just really, really sorry to anyone who did have issues. I know that Alphalete were refunding certain customers 30% of their order if they'd had an issue, regardless of whether they've received it or not. Obviously, they refund you the full amount if you hadn't received it, but they were offering to refund 30% even if you had. If it was between certain dates. If you go on their Instagram, I'll put in the post here. It's on that post with the details. But yeah, I'm really, really sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm just going to go over the socks really quickly first. So these are the new socks. I got the ones, these are wet by the way, because I washed all my white socks yesterday, so ew. I got the little wolf logo ones, so it's kind of like sewn on like that. It's like a silky little thing that kind of hangs over, and that just sits on the outside of the sock. And these are like a cute little crew length. And the thing I love most about these is the fact that they did these in 3 packs, because when they did socks before, I feel like they did them in 1 pair. And to me, it's just a bit odd. I don't know if it's just me, but like for me, it's a bit odd to buy 1 pair of socks. Normally I get like a 3 or a 4 pack at least. So I was very, very happy to see that they did these in a 3 pack. I have to be honest, the last pair of Alphalete socks that I got, first of all, they didn't fit my feet because they only came in 1 size. These come in 2 sizes now. So I've got the small/medium and I'm a UK size 4, and these fit pretty well, to be honest. I don't really have any issues with them. Last time they did 1 size only and they were huge on my foot. So to be honest, a 1 size only sock is never going to work, especially if you've got smaller feet. So I don't really think that was ever the best idea, but we've now got these and we've got 2 size options, I believe. So the sizing is fine. I'm gonna be honest, because I've not had these long enough yet. My last pair of Alphalete socks that were kind of like this, but they were a bit taller, I do definitely prefer this length. I wasn't sure on it at first, but when they're on, you can actually stretch them up a little higher and then they're perfect length. Because with longer ones, I normally roll them down a bit. These are like the perfect length. Yeah, with my last pair, this bit here where it joins with the like ribbing and then like the heel, it started like the stitching basically came undone and I had like massive holes. It was like it was trying to detach itself from the rest of the sock. So that happened a few months after I got them. So I'm gonna need a little bit more time of wearing these, but my first impressions are that these are better, but I'm just gonna be completely honest, I need more time with these to see if they actually hold up, because my last pair did quite literally fall to bits. So I will keep you updated on these, but so far so good. They're very like soft and thick and plush. They're not a thin sock. If you've got that Adidas socks, because I've got the Adidas ones, they're not like that. They're like thick socks. They're not thin, they're thick around here, and even like the foot part is thick. That's also something to be aware of. If you wear really tight shoes that like just fit your feet normally, you would probably need a half size up in those same shoes to wear these with them, because they do actually add a little bit of chunk to the foot. But other than that, these are really, really, really good. And I definitely prefer the style of these to the last ones. When I saw them at first, I was like, I'm not sure about you. And now I'm like, I'm sure about you. So we're gonna go on to the bras now. I'm gonna do the bras first because I feel like there's more to say about these than there is the bottoms, to be totally honest. So we'll go over the Amplify bra first. This is not the same as the Stratus bra, which is the one that had the cutouts that launched with pixel pink, digital violet, all that sort of stuff. So these are not the Stratus bras. There weren't any Stratus bras in the restock. It was just the standard Amplify bras. I'm not a huge fan of the Stratus bra, to be honest. I find it really quite uncomfortable. I like the idea of the design. The execution is just not great for me, and I feel like they don't feel very good quality, especially not in comparison to the normal Amplify bras. These definitely feel way better in quality than the Stratus bras do. So if I was to pick between that and the Amplify bra, it would be the Amplify bra all day long for me. So these originally launched in 2020 when Amplify first dropped. Since then we've had a couple different variations, but they've largely remained the same. I'm gonna put a clip in here where I'm gonna compare all the Amplify bras, so like new to new, because I've actually got the digital violet one on right now in a size small. I love this colour, I just think it's so cute. and I've compared it to the ombre Amplify bra because that's the only older one I can actually find under the bed to find them. But to be honest, I've got so much active wear that it can be hard to find things, so I'm going to reorganise this weekend, so I'm organised for the birthday sale. Okay, to compare the new restocked Amplify bras to the older ones, I can't find my original one, so I've just used my ombre one. These are both an extra small. Yeah, front on, honestly, it doesn't look like there's really any difference there. The only difference is obviously if you got an ombre one, they did the signature logo and they did it on the front. I would say actually the scrunch on the front of the new restock bras is thinner, like a little bit thinner than the ombre ones. I definitely prefer a thinner scrunch, whether it's bras or leggings. I think it looks better. Have a look, because I know that Bailey showed, I mean, she didn't just say it, she literally showed it, that the new ones had much sort of longer and thinner or thicker, I can't remember how hers were, straps compared to the old ones. So mine are definitely a bit longer. I don't think mine look quite as long as hers did, but they definitely look a little longer. You can also see here the sort of cut of the sports bra. Let me see if you can tell more if I lay it over it. The cut of the sports bra on the side boob is a little bit more narrow, so there's a little bit less material there. It's not as crazy as what they removed off the Revival bra from the original, but there still is a little bit more of a cut in there, so you're going to get a little bit more side boob. The straps are definitely a little bit longer. I'll see how this works out when I actually wear it, and the straps are definitely thinner, so we'll see how that changes maybe support or anything like that. But overall, for straps wise, I definitely prefer these ones looking a bit thinner. And then obviously branding, it's on the back this time and it's got the panel. Kind of wish that, I suppose you can't really do tonal on a white bra like this. That's new to old Amplify bras. Okay, so I've got the Amplify bra in digital violet, and then I've got it in the white. The digital violet is a size small. This is a size extra small. I just wanted to show you this before I do the layover really quick, because I don't know if it's just because this is an extra small and this is a small, but I feel like there is definitely a big difference in terms of how much material you get here. And also I just feel like the scrunch doesn't look as good in the size small. Like, it almost looks stretched out. Like, I get why there's extra material because it's a size bigger, it needs to be, but I wish it was like as scrunched as the white one, because I feel like it's not as scrunched. And then just laid out on top of each other, this is it pulled side to side. To be honest, it doesn't look like there's a huge difference between an extra small and a small in terms of like bandwidth. It's more of like the coverage up here. So I'll show you in the try on clips and let you guys know. I'll do them like side by side, but yeah, there's not really a huge difference in the band. It's more so like the sort of coverage up here. Straps are pretty much the same length. The digital violet ones are a little bit longer. However, it is worth noting I have seen some quality control issues with this bra. Bailey's straps were super long. Mine don't look quite as long compared to the old ones, but hers were very long, and I've seen people with like different length straps. So yeah, just wanted to put that in there. So yeah, those are the differences, the sizing differences, all that sort of stuff. I will pop in the try on clips here so that you can see how these look on, new next to old, and all that sort of stuff, and sort of talk you through it. Okay, so we've got the old Amplify on the left, the new one on the right. No major differences from the front, but as you can see from the side, a lot less material, a lot more side titties hanging out. And then on the next one, I've done the extra small compared to the small. So the size small is on the left, so you can see the differences, and you can see it's got a lot better coverage. So if you're not a fan of side boob, definitely size up in this bra. Yeah. So yeah, in terms of the design on this bra, you've got the scrunch detail at the front. You've then got this like ribbed band. Oh my God, focus. You've then got the ribbed band around the bottom, thick straps which come over like halter neck style, and then at the back they cross over. You've got the Alphalete logo on the back there. Like I mentioned in the video, it's kind of almost on a panel now compared to how it used to be. And yeah, these do come with pads, but they come with nude coloured pads. White bras with nude coloured pads do not work. Like, you can just see the pad, so I always take the pad out. And although you can see the pad, if you take the padding out, this is actually quite a thick bra. It's definitely thicker than the Revival bra. You can't see your nipples, so you're all good to remove the pads and you'll be completely fine. If you did still want padding in it, I'd recommend that you put in a white pad. I know that you can buy them on Amazon, or if you've got other sports bras from other brands, you can put white in there, but they need to start putting the white in, to be honest, because this just isn't really working. So those are the details. Support wise, this is like I'd say this is medium to high support for me personally. For reference, I am a 32 double D, but they are fake, so, you know, take from that what you will. Take my support advice and all that sort of stuff with a pinch of salt. I'm 5'6", I'm about 64 kilograms, waist is about 24, 25, and my glutes, I actually don't know my up-to-date glute measurements, and they've definitely grown, so I'm gonna say around the 40 mark, but I'll double check and I will put it in the description box below. So previously in Amplify bras, I have always worn an extra small, and I tried a small in the ombre launch and I didn't like the size small. It just didn't feel like it did anything. Like, it didn't really give me much cleavage. Because the one thing I like about the Amplify bra is it can really make your boobs look really good and support them to a decent extent. But when it was the ombre launch and I tried a size small, I was like, no, it doesn't give what it needs to give, if you know what I mean. So I preferred an extra small, and that's still true now. I did actually retry them on and I still prefer the extra small. However, as I've gone over like the changes and all that sort of stuff, now personally, I definitely think the size small fits a lot better than the size extra small, even though this looks the exact same as a previous extra small. This feels tighter to me. Like, it just feels tighter and it feels smaller. There is definitely been a removal, whether it's intentional or not, a removal of material in this region. It's definitely a like wider cut, especially comparing extra small to extra small. It's definitely a wider cut. Maybe I've just got a dud batch, but I know that Bailey said the same thing. This is definitely a wider cut now. The straps are a little bit longer, which means this comes down a little bit more at the front, which again is fine if you want a lot of cleavage, but I just find on me it's now a bit much at the front in a size extra small, especially at the side. It's just a bit too much hanging out. And I've actually got a new tit test for the side, which we're going to call the tit mole test. Reason being is because I've actually got like a freckle mole thing on my side boob. I think it looks really cute. Hopefully it's not anything sinister. I actually think I should probably go and get it checked because I'm 99% sure it wasn't there before. But we won't get too much into that because I think my health anxiety might go through the roof. If that stays, we're going to be doing the tit mole test from now on, because as you can see in the clips that I put in, the old extra small definitely did not have the side boob there and you couldn't see my tit mole. Whereas now in an extra small you can. It's just a lot more side booby, and it's almost like this bra now, if you've got bigger boobs in particular, the changes that they've made, if you're going to stick with the same size as you were previously, it's now basically supportive nipple covers. Like, it doesn't cover much of your boobs at all. And do you know what, right? I completely appreciate, being someone who was previously a part of the itty bitty chitty committee, I appreciate that a lot of sports bras sometimes don't look great on smaller chests. It can be harder to find a bra that looks, or that someone with a smaller chest, let me just say this as someone who had one, feels comfortable in. I know that I used to struggle with sports bras in terms of like flatteringness and giving a lot more than I do now. So I get it that people who have smaller chests are not going to want such like clunky sort of bras. My issue with these two bras and the changes that they've made to both, whether they're intentional or like it's been accidental, to the Revival bra and the Amplify bra, is so happy if these now work better for people that have smaller boobs, but These were two of the bras that Alphalete do, because they don't cater to big boobs, let's be honest. They really don't cater to big boobs much at all. But these were two bras that I actually thought were a lot better for bigger chests. Like, I'm not saying they're the most high support, but in terms of coverage, they were a lot better. And the Tri bra is another example of that. It was a really decent coverage while still looking minimal bra for a smaller chest, which, believe it or not, can be quite hard to find. A lot of bras that are made for bigger chests are actually really ugly. Like, just because I've got bigger boobs, it doesn't mean I want like a halter neck, big chunky thing over my tits, like. And so it frustrates me that this is, the Amplify bra is like the third bra that they've done this to. They did it with the Tri bra, they did it with the Revival bra, and now it seems like they've done it with the Amplify bra as well, just removing more and more material from bras, which actually worked a little bit better for the bigger boobed girls, from a brand which, to be honest, just doesn't cater that much anyway to bigger boobs. It's really, really, really frustrating, because to me now, this in an extra small, which gives me way more support than the size small. It gives me this amount of support that this would be like a cardio bra for me normally, all weights and cardio. And now, yeah, it gives me support, but it looks ridiculous. Like, I just look like I'm bursting out of it. Going up to a size small does fix a lot of the issues. It gives you a lot more coverage, and for me personally, whereas on previous drops I've not preferred a size small, the small fits a lot better. I definitely say that this time round, because of the changes made and all that sort of stuff and how they feel when they're on, these definitely seem to be running a little smaller than they used to. So if you're normally between sizes, I tend to go between an extra small and a small. I would go with your bigger size, because as you can see in the try on clips as well, you just get a lot more of a flattering coverage down here. My only gripe is I don't get as much support in the size small as I do in the extra small, because obviously it's just a little bit bigger. It's not loose. I'm not going to be like, oh, I could do a double extra small. Quite clearly I couldn't, but it just, you know, the extra small gives me a little bit the level of support that I prefer, but this one fits a lot better and the coverage is a lot better. So that's my little rant about the Amplify bras and Alphalete bras in general. So yeah, sizing advice for these would honestly be, if you are between sizes, you need to go with your bigger size now, whereas normally with Alphalete bras, they tend to run a little bit big and you can usually size down. If you're like flat out true to size and you don't have a particularly big chest, stay true to size. I know that Bailey tried a double extra small and she said that she still didn't like the bra because it's just not her preference, and the coverage was just a bit weird, so I think she would have probably actually stuck with an extra small. So that would be my sizing advice. It is kind of like a halter neck bra, but these are so stretchy that you don't get any, it's not like a Wonder Bra situation where you literally feel like you've been strangled. It's really, really comfortable on your traps. I have really developed traps. I have really developed traps, and these are not uncomfortable on my traps at all. These are really, really comfortable. This used to be one of my most worn and like one of my, like, I'd say top 3 bras from Alphalete. I'm not sure it's top 3 anymore, just because I have taken to wearing multiple layers in the gym, and if I'm wearing something that's tight fitted, so like a long sleeve crop in the gym over a bra, I'd be going for something like a Tri bra or a Revival bra instead, because these, like, if you can see, the seams are a bit thick on the Amplify bra, so it doesn't lie quite as flat underneath things. But if I'm just wearing a hoodie or an oversized t-shirt, or I'm just training in a sports bra, I still really, really love these. But if you're layering, it's definitely not the best bra because it's just a bit too thick. In terms of material for these, my white one feels the same as the ombre launch, and I noticed on the ombre launch that Amplify bras felt a little bit softer. So if you have those bras and you like that material, the white one is definitely that sort of vibe. However, the Digital Violet is the same, along the same lines, but feels even softer, to the point where actually I'd be a little bit concerned about catching this on things. I think this colorway in the material that I've got it in, it might actually pill a bit if you catch it on things, so just be careful with that. I know that there's massive discrepancies with material and stuff now, so take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt, because realistically, you can't trust anyone's Alphalete review currently because of the inconsistencies with material feel and sizing as well. Like, you could order the exact same thing that someone else has ordered. So you could both order a size small digital violet Amplify bra. One of you could receive one that runs a bit bigger, one of you could receive one that runs a bit smaller, one of you could receive one with longer straps, the other one with slightly shorter straps, and the material could feel different as well. So, and that goes the same with bottoms. So take what I'm saying here with a pinch of salt. And that applies to most seamless items from Alphalete currently. So yeah, I do really like the material. I definitely prefer the softer material that they do the Amplify bras in now as opposed to the original ones. It's not that the original ones were uncomfortable, it's just that I feel like these are a lot more soft on my skin and I like that feeling up top. So yeah, I definitely prefer the material of the Amplify bras now to the original, but that's Amplify bras only. We need to put some respect on the OG material's name when it comes to the leggings. So yeah, that's my little Amplify bra rant and review. Size small is a size that I go with now. Like I said, just to round up, if you are between sizes now, you need to size up. They've removed material, whether they did it intentionally or not, from the side boob, so now it's going to be side tit central, and they just feel a little bit tighter. But yeah, if you're not bothered and you want side tit out and that's your kind of vibe, then definitely stick with your normal, smaller size. Okay, we are then going to move on to the Revival bra. So I've got this in washed denim and I've got this in white as well. Do you know what? I'm so glad I got some white bras because I've been wearing this one or the Amplify one with my mocha shorts and I'm just loving it. Sorry, I've got really dry lips, guys. So I got the white one in a size small and the blue one in a size extra small. I'll put in all the clips now of like comparing this new to old the flat lay clips basically, and also comparing these two so you can see sizing wise. Okay, so this is a Revival bra from the chocolate launch, so like chocolate, storm grey, etc., which is when the change was made here, where this is now a lot like skimpier. It's just like they've removed excess material. I'll show you another clip in a second comparing to the original, which will make a lot more sense. They removed like a lot of material here and it made it a lot more side booby. These are both an extra small, and sizing wise, this is one from the restock, but the new bras. Sizing wise, they're both an extra small and they look pretty similar, and it does look more similar. Maybe there's a little bit of extra material that's been added here, and this looks a bit higher again now, but it's still not like the original, and I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, there is a little bit extra material there now, and this sits a little bit higher. And then just to show you on the back of these bras is the exact same. So it's got like this. They didn't used to do these on the bras where it's kind of like it's almost on a panel. See how it's sort of like almost on a panel, like this little bit here. Forever stitching, that's the exact same. There isn't really a difference there. There is, however, a difference in the thickness of this bit. So this is the bottom of the bras matched up, and as you can see, this is a lot wider on the new ones and it's a lot skinnier on these ones. Those are the differences between the chocolate launch, which is when they changed them, to now. Now we've got the like original Revival bra at the back in a size extra small. This is in the Thundercloud colour, and then you've got the newer one on top. So you can see just generally it's like a shorter bra now. It's not quite as high. There's a little bit less material here, so compared to the original it does still sit a little lower, and as you can see it's still not got as much material in the side boob region as the original one. A little bit more than the chocolate launch, but not as much as the original one. So again, flipping it over to the back, you can see that whilst this bit was a bit thicker than the chocolate version, it's still thinner than the original version. And I feel like you can also just tell that it's just a shorter bra in general. Like this is a lot shorter than the original ones were. If I had to pick, I definitely prefer the original ones. And then the only other difference is that originally they didn't have like a panel thing behind the logo. Like you can see there isn't a panel or anything there, whereas now they do. They've had this since the chocolate launch. But yeah, that's the old to the new. And then I'm gonna put in the clip, like the try on clip, side by side, so you can see comparison of a size small to a size extra small in the new one, and the old to the new, and all that sort of stuff. And this one compared to the chocolate launch, which is when they changed not the Amplify bra, the Revival bra. Okay, we've got the original Revival bra next to the new one. These are both a size extra small. As you can see, we've got a bit more side boob. This is the first ever one compared to now. Then I've compared it to the chocolate launch. Looking at this, it's actually not as skimpy. Jesus Christ, the chocolate launch one was bad. Pretty bad for side boob. Not as bad, but still not like the original. And then extra small on the left compared to small on the right. Gives you a little bit more coverage, but not a ton. So yeah, the grey one was Thundercloud, and that's one of the original Revival bras, so that has the better coverage. And to be honest, to me, maybe there's like a few tweaks I would make to it, but like it's definitely the better bra if you're a bigger breasted girly. And then it was the chocolate launch, where they clearly just decided, fuck the big breasted girlies, we're taking material away. So they decided to make it a side titty central bra. We can see with the mole tit test, they really succeeded with that. They really succeeded. I have to say, at first I didn't actually notice it, but then the more I was in the gym, the more I was looking in the mirror in the gym, I was thinking something about this bra just looks weird. Like I look like I'm bursting out of it, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And then I worked out what had happened, and I'm not happy about it. And when I got these, I was hoping that they'd gone back to the original, but spoiler alert, they haven't. So details wise, I will just go over them really quick. Again, I know that on the website, someone messaged me about this the other day, and they said, because I put a story on in the white one, just doing a quick mini review, and someone said this looks a lot better on you than on the product pictures I've seen. Not because the person on the website isn't serving, she's definitely serving. I don't know what her name is, but she's beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know what her name is, but she's beautiful. But I feel like maybe I just wear it wrong, but on the website it's definitely more like this, like straight over. Whereas me, I will always, to me this is a halter neck bra, so I always kind of scooch them in around my neck. So if you like how this looks but you don't like how it looks on the website, look at how I wear it. That's also how you could wear it. So for me, I wear it halter neck, but I suppose if you hold it like that, it is pretty, you know, pretty standard. And then it's got a scoop neck at the front. It does come with pads in, but I take the pads out. Same thing with the Revival bra as with the Amplify bra. It comes with nude padding. You can see the nude pads, just take them out and you'll be completely fine. You're not going to be showing your goods to the whole gym because it's fine, just not with padding in, because you can see the padding. It's got the ribbed band around the bottom like the Amplify bra one does, and then you've got the logo stitched in on the back and the forever stitching, and it's sort of like on the panel sort of thing. And then you've got this crossy back detail, which I really like. Support wise for these bras, I'd say kind of like low to medium, more swaying towards medium. I don't find it as supportive as the Amplify bra, but it's not as low support as, for example, like a Limitless bra, which really just gives, if you've got bigger boobs, no support. So as you can see in the clips, they've clearly removed material. And they've made a few other adjustments, but I have to be honest, I didn't notice the other adjustments when it was on too much. The weirdest thing is, like, this white bra runs so small. Like, as you can see in the flat lay clip, it's like the wash denim band is actually bigger and it's a size extra small. So I don't know whether it's because I don't have enough to compare. I don't know if this runs small or this runs big, but I feel like this runs small because for a size small, which normally feels very comfortable on me in Alphalete bras, this felt pretty tight. Not like uncomfortably tight, but like notably tight. It didn't feel like a normal size small, so I'm tempted to say the white that I got just runs small. To be honest, I think it's I'm just gonna be honest, I think it's a little bit ridiculous that a size extra small literally runs bigger in the band than a size small. Like, huh? The math just isn't mathing. And also, for full transparency, I'm trained in this like twice. So if anything, this should actually be a bit stretched out. If the stretch out rumours are true, which I just don't find that my Amplify stuff stretches out, but whatever. This bra, in terms of like length, is definitely a shorter bra than the Amplify bra. So if you can see here, the Amplify bra is actually a little bit more long line, whereas this one kind of just comes right under your boob. It's not like a super long line bra. I'd say this is just like a normal line bra, whereas the Amplify is definitely a bit more longer line. I've probably got like an inch between my belly button and the bottom of the Amplify bra. Going up to a size small, even though the white one does feel a lot smaller for a size small, it does give you a little bit more coverage on the side. So again, like the Amplify bra, if you have got a bigger chest and you found with the last launch of Revival bras that it's too much side boob, going up a size does help a bit, but it's still not like the original. It definitely doesn't turn it into the original bra. So it's up to you what you want to do on that. It does help a little bit, but it won't turn it into how the original one used to fit. Look, if you've got smaller boobs, this is probably better for you now. Damn, they really are taking all the opportunities for the bigger boobs girls to have decent coverage away. I don't know if they're doing it intentionally. Like, I actually don't know if this is intentional, like they've sat down and been like, so we're going to remove material, or they've just gone to get more of these bras made and they've been made differently. I don't know which one it is, but whichever one it is, personally, I would quite like them to go back to the old way of doing it, just because I've seen the bras that are coming this year and there's some really minimal bras come in. I actually got to try one of them when I was in Texas, and I'm not even joking, that was probably, for such a minimal bra, it felt weirdly supportive. So I am really, really excited for those, but I feel like because they are bringing those bras out, there's going to be plenty of chances for like minimal coverage, super minimal bras. So can we just keep the more full coverage ones a little bit more full coverage? Or maybe have two options. Or like for bigger boobed girls, I've said this before, have like extra small plus, small plus. So you've got the normal size, because some people have like really small bands but big boobs, so they can't go up to a medium because then the band will be gaping. So if you had like the normal size, so the normal size extra small, and then a plus version, which is the same band size but it just gives you a bit more coverage. Material wise, my washed denim one feels a little bit, it's not rough, but it feels a little bit rougher than the white one. The white one is very, very soft. Like very soft. It's almost got a sheen to it. Very, 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 very soft. The other thing to note is that at the front they're double lined and at the back they are single lined, and you can tell in the white one, like if you look at it from the side when it's on, you can see a marked difference in the thickness of material. So that's just something to note. Other than that, I don't really have a ton else to say on these bras. I feel like I've kind of said my piece. The sizing inconsistency is really weird, but I definitely do prefer the size small for me personally in terms of like coverage and stuff. Low to medium, more swaying towards medium level of support. Yeah, I would go with a size small. If you are between sizes and you have bigger boobs, go with the size up. If you are a smaller chested girly, you can just stick with your normal size and you will be completely fine. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the bottoms now. So I got Blossom in a size small and a size medium. I got the pink in a size small. I got chocolate leggings in a size small, and I got whale blue leggings in a size extra small. So I'm gonna put in a clip here where I'm gonna show you the colors next to the original colors, just because some of these look exact, but some of them, please tell me if I'm just going crazy here, some of them to me look a little bit not quite the exact same, just like a slight difference sort of thing. This is the old chocolate extra small compared to a new pair of leggings from the Restock in a size small. Already felt like tights, but I feel like with Amplify they roughen up slightly when you put them in the wash a few times. Some of the colours do anyway, and these definitely did. So these new ones definitely feel fresher, but they're like tight kind of material. Like, yeah, that's definitely going to be sheer, but as you can see, it's not really a huge difference. Before anyone says I've stretched out this waistband, I really haven't worn these leggings that much. If you watched my review of chocolate when it first dropped, you'll know why. Also, I do feel like it's worth pointing out that, in my opinion, just my opinion, the old chocolate is a touch darker than this restock chocolate. It looks a little bit different to me. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera. Please tell me if you think I'm going crazy. But to me, this looks a little different. Guys, please feel free to tell me if you think I'm going crazy, but I haven't actually worn this whale blue, which is from the original drop. This is a size small. This is the new restock. Why do I feel like it's not quite the exact same colour? I'm not saying it's a completely different colour, but I feel like it looks a bit different. So you've got the original whale blue size small behind and the new restock in a size extra small. This looks like a pretty, you know, extra small to small comparison for me. What I will say though is even the whale blue small is smaller, if that makes sense. Whale blue is definitely a colour, in my experience and in a lot of DMs I've had, a lot of Facebook posts I've seen, definitely runs a little tighter. So if you are between sizes, I would definitely size up in the whale blue colour. We've got the original pink in an extra small and the restock pink in a size small. I'd say that's a pretty standard extra small to small sizing difference. Obviously the extra small are shorter, but that's because these are the original pink shorts, so these are like the 3.5 inch ones, whereas obviously now they do the 4.5. Just gonna show you the Blossom shorts in a size small compared to a medium. I would include the extra small in this, but I've purposely stretched out my extra small so I could wear them because I do really like the colour. So I literally stretched them out on the back of the chair. So that waistband is definitely not how it would be if I just worn it, because for me personally, I know everyone says that they stretch out. Mine don't really stretch out with wear, but like I have purposely stretched those on a chair, so it's very stretched out, so I'm not going to include that because I don't think it's helpful. However, I feel like this is quite a big difference between a small and a medium, considering sometimes there's not really much in it at all. This is a small, this is a medium. In terms of length, the length works out the exact same. And I will also here put in the punch through test of these colours compared to the original colours that they dropped in, so you can see for like sheerness and material and stuff if they are the same or not. As you can see, it's super thin. Like I said this at the time, this is literally like tights. By the way, when I do this, it's not a substitute for squat proofness. I've done that in this video. It's just to show you the thinness of the material, because my OG leggings were not this thin. Then we've got my restock chocolate. So as you can see, it's pretty much the exact same. I would say feel wise though, these, and you can tell in the try on clip, these have definitely got more, even more of a sheen than they originally did, and these are a size small, so they're a size up. So yeah, still very thin, literally like tights. Then I've got my OG whale blue. I find whale blue to be pretty sheer as a colour in general. It's definitely thinner, but this, my original one, doesn't feel quite as shiny as my new one does. My new one feels a bit softer and a bit shinier. Yeah, I feel like my new one, this is the new one in a size extra small. I feel like this just feels thinner. It feels thinner, it looks thinner, even when it's on. Obviously it's been stretched out a bit more, so keep that in mind, but yeah, it's very thin and very sheeny. Like my original whale blue doesn't have much of a sheen. And then we've got my original pink. So this is from 2021. Definitely thinner than the OG, but not as bad as some of the more recent launches that we've had in terms of thinness. It's a little bit thicker. And then this is the new pink, which to be honest feels the exact same. It really doesn't feel different. The material feels the exact same as it did in 2021 on these. And then last but not least, we've got Blossom. This is my original one. I always found Blossom for like a lighter colour. I'm not going to say it's completely like non-sheer. If you wear anything other than nude underwear, you're going to see it. But I did find the material a little thicker compared to like Frozen Spring. Bloom is definitely thicker and better quality than that drop in terms of durability. And then this is the new Blossom. Maybe it feels a little softer, maybe a little thinner, but not too different. I'm going to go over all the colours one by one after this clip, but when I was editing it, I did realise in the try on clips the chocolate and the whale blue have got a big sheen to them. Like super sheeny. Something else to note, which I realised when I was editing, was the leggings. When I go up to a size small, I get a lot of excess material around the crotch, so that's something to note. I don't really get too much when I go up in size in shorts, but when I do with leggings, I definitely get a lot of excess sort of material. And in terms of pilling, out of all these colours that I've got, the only one that will probably take a little longer to pill will be Blossom. The rest of them are going to pill pretty quickly based on my experience with this material. So on the topic of punch retest and material, I'm just going to go over the material really quickly. Blossom to me feels pretty similar to when it first dropped. The only difference I would say, and it's the same for both my size small and my size medium, is these feel a little bit more slick. Like for me, when Blossom first launched, it was soft, like not as like, you know, soft and fluffy as like ombre, for example, but it was still soft, but it had a little bit more of a rough texture to it. It was kind of somewhere between like the Storm Grey launch, which I found Storm Grey to be a little bit scratchy, Pia Blue a little bit scratchy as well, and the OG for me. That's kind of the blend of the two. I would say that these feel a little softer, and I can even see when I look at the material that these are, I feel like these are going to be a little bit more prone to pilling than the original Blossom ones I had. Yeah, so that's the material for Blossom and my thoughts on that. My Whale Blue pair feel a lot softer than my original Whale Blue. Like my original Whale Blue are soft, but these feel a lot softer. I feel like on these look like they have a much bigger sheen. However, that could be because these are an extra small and the other ones are a size small. So full disclaimer there, that could be the reasoning for that. But they feel like they have a much more of a sheen, and these definitely feel a little bit more fluffy than my original Whale Blue. To be honest, these sort of feel a little bit like the ombre launch, which for me just wasn't my favourite material. But if you like the ombre launch, there's a chance you could get a Whale Blue pair of leggings and they would feel like the ombre launch. Just like very soft and fluffy, kind of like a tight texture. So that's the Whale Blue. The pink honestly feels the exact same as my original pink, which is weird because that pink came out ages ago. But yeah, the pink feels the exact same as my old pink, which is from like 2021. By the time the pink had come out, I had noticed a change in material already. I know that some people will put pink down as an OG colour. I personally wouldn't. I never had the OG material in the pink, but this material feels the exact same. So it's kind of like the fluffy, soft, thinner material, kind of like tights. Feels a little bit similar to my new Whale Blue. And then you have got Chocolate. If you watched my original review of Chocolate, you'll know I had a huge issue with this colourway. I just thought that these were so thin. And again, these feel really, really thin. I'd say the material feels pretty much the same, but a bit softer. Like Chocolate was already soft, this feels even softer. However, that could be because I've washed Chocolate, but I've not really worn them that much. If you've watched that original review, you'll know why. If you know, you know. So I don't feel like it's that. These just feel a lot softer. Again, these feel almost like the ombre material. So I hope this can be an example to people that there are definitely inconsistencies even within colours, because for me, this restock, I'm going to be honest, it was a little random to me. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really get it because especially the bottom row of colours on the picture that I'll have inserted of the things that restocked, I feel like there was still decent stock of those colours, at least on the UK site. So I didn't really understand the restock. Also, I just want to explain really quickly about restocks. If you ever notice that a really old colour, like this happened the other week, like Dusty Green and Charcoal came back in stock in a few colours on the US website. If you ever notice that an old colour has come back in stock randomly on the site, it will be however that old colour was. So like in terms of scrunch, obviously Charcoal and Dusty Green have got the original scrunch. It will have that scrunch on it because it's not like they've restocked it and ordered more. It's likely that they've just found old inventory and put it back up on the website. I hope that makes sense because I do get asked questions about that. So yeah, that's just a little bit on restocks in general, but generally speaking, they don't really restock. So it's nice to see a restock, but I did think the colour selection was a little bit odd. Like, how are you going to bring back Chocolate and not bring back Mocha? I feel like Mocha was the superior brown. So these are what I got. Sizing wise, let's go over sizing. With Amplify now, I am pretty much a true size small because of the way that the sizing works now. I have said this in a video before, but I really want to say it again, just because, you know, if there's ever a launch where I have a different opinion to someone else, or someone else has a different opinion to someone else, two people have got different opinions and different experiences, I want to be really clear. My stance on that is I would never assume the other person must be lying. There are quite clearly big inconsistencies with Alphalete at the moment, especially with Amplify, and I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit mean sometimes when people assume that just because someone's got a different opinion, they must be lying. Or, you know, with sizing, I've seen, you know, am I sure that the sizing is smaller, or it's just not stretched out, and all that sort of stuff. And I just feel like me doing the flat lay clips, and I know this from feedback that I've been given from people who have bought from Alphalete, me doing those, whether I've worn the shorts that I'm comparing the new ones to or not, has genuinely helped people get the right size. Because, like I said, for me, in my experience with Amplify, the only instance which I have successfully stretched out a pair of Amplify was by putting my Blossom extra small shorts in the wash and stretching them and leaving them to dry over the back of a chair. Like, I don't doubt that after a few years it's probably going to stretch out, but it's not going to stretch out significantly unless you've put on a significant amount of weight or size or something like that. So I know that it's a bit controversial to talk about sizing and to say that Amplify is running tighter, but just to give you guys some context, when I was in Texas, Christian, literally, we were talking about Amplify sizing, and he's clearly aware that there's an issue with inconsistencies with sizing, to the point where with Amplify, I don't know what drop they're going to start it from, but with Amplify, they're actually going to have more of a thorough sizing thing. So like a size small waist will measure around the full thing 26 inches with like a 0.25 or a 0.5 inch tolerance, because obviously you're going to have some inconsistencies, but they're not going to be wild anymore. They wouldn't be doing that if they weren't aware that there was some wild inconsistencies between launches with sizing. And in my experience, I just think the launches have been getting tighter and tighter. And I still wear my OG colours. I still wear Ivy, I still wear Rainfall, I still wear those colours, I still wear Viola, and I can still fit an extra small and it doesn't feel like I'm going to be sick. The new extra smalls make me feel nauseous. So that's just my 2 cents on the sizing situation. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I personally would never want to put other people down when they're reviewing stuff. If they've had a different experience to me, maybe they've just got a different batch where the sizing is more consistent, or the sizing has run a little bit bigger, or they've got a different material to me. I'm never just going to assume that someone's lying, and I wouldn't like you guys to do that either. So yeah, I am now a true size small in the newer launches. In the OG, I still wear an extra small. So if you've got that for reference and you're a similar size to me, that might help. But in the OG stuff, I still wear an extra small and it fits pretty bloody perfect. But now with recent launches, I have been a true size small. Typically, not with every single colour, I do notice that leggings run even tighter in the waistband particular compared to the shorts. That's just something that I've found in my experience, because when I'm talking about Amplify being tighter, usually I'm actually discussing the tightness of the waistband, not the whole leg. I've not really noticed, other than some colours sometimes will be a little bit tighter, like a darker colour might be a bit tighter. I don't notice a huge change in the leg. It's the waistband where I notice the biggest difference. So I now wear a size small because a size extra small in a lot of the recent launches just makes me feel nauseous. So I'll go over sizing colour by colour. Whale blue definitely fits tight. I tried on my old size small and my new size extra small. Whale blue, in my experience and my followers' experience from people who've DM'd me, is a tight running colour. Like, a lot of people have had to size up 1 to 2 sizes. Quite a lot of people have gone up 2 sizes. Like, people have literally gone from an extra small to a medium. So it definitely does run tight. In terms of which size I prefer, I definitely think the size small looks better. It's definitely a lot less sheer, but it's still sheer. Like, whale blue is not a squat proof colour on me. Obviously I'm white, so when it comes to squat proofness, bear in mind, the bigger the contrast between that colour and your skin tone, the worse it might look in a squat test. So someone with a deeper skin tone, whale blue probably wouldn't look sheer on them, but because I'm white, it's such a big contrast, you're going to be able to see it more, it's going to be more noticeable. Same thing with chocolate. But yeah, I find extra small very, very, very sheer. Like this looks like tights on me and it has a weird sheen. Like this is very sheer on me. I could not wear an extra small in the whale blue. Like it's just, it's too sheer, it's too much. So I definitely wouldn't do an extra small in the whale blue. I personally would stick with a size small. In terms of the chocolate, to be honest, sizing up doesn't really help with this. I find this a very thin and very sheer colour. Again, it could be because of the contrast between the colour and my skin tone. This would probably look a lot better on someone with like a nice deep skin tone, but on me, the contrast is too much and they're very thin. These are like tights to me. Like you can see it even when I'm walking around, and I thought, this is why I got this in a size small, because I thought maybe the extra small was just, you know, too tight on my leg and that's why it had such a like sheen and such a sheerness to it. But no, in a size small I still get it. So the size small definitely fits better in the waist, but to be honest, there isn't a huge difference between an extra small and a small in this. So yeah, it fits better. The size small is definitely which one I would go with, but to be honest, this in leggings is just not something I would recommend, particularly for lighter skin tones. I just feel like it can look bad. And this is my second lot of chocolate now. I know that some people have had really thick pairs, but this is my second lot of chocolate now and it's still super thin and literally like tights. So yeah, I prefer a size small in these. In terms of squat proofness, not squat proof. Not squat proof. Stand up proof, yes. Squat proof, no. Absolutely not. Moving on to Blossom, I've got that extra small from the original, which I've now stretched out over a chair because that was really, really tight. That and Misty Lilac is probably the two tightest pairs of Amplify I've ever had. Like they were way, 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 way too tight. Maybe like Pea Blue was quite tight as well, and wash denim. I remember when I was doing the Black Friday shoots, I was in an extra small in wash denim and Pea Blue, and it was just not super flattering because it was just too tight. Like the gap between the sports bra and the top of the leggings was just like I had to really try and stand a certain way. It wasn't working. A size small in those sorts of colours is better. So yeah, having tried the size small, I would definitely stick with a size small. That's definitely my size for this colour. So yeah, size small is definitely my size in the Blossom shorts. In particular, I didn't get the leggings, I just got the shorts. I'm more of a shorts girl. The size small is definitely more my size. It doesn't dig in as much on my legs as the extra small. It's definitely a more comfortable fit and the waistband is a lot more comfortable. I will say, I'm not being that person that's like, I could do an extra small, because obviously I can't do an extra small. It makes me feel sick. I've had to stretch it over the back of a chair. But the size small kind of just sits on my waist as opposed to giving a ton of shape. I feel like if it was a tiny bit smaller, just to give me a little bit more shape, because I like a tight waistband, but not to the point where I feel like I'm going to be sick. I'd probably prefer it, but a size small, yeah, it's fine. Like the waistband doesn't gape, it does fit, it just doesn't like Amplify does, and if you've got Amplify you know exactly what I mean. It doesn't quite do that, it more just sort of sits on top of your shape. It's not as snatching, but yeah, the size small is definitely without a doubt better for me. And in terms of sheerness, Blossom out of the lighter Amplify colours definitely fares better in terms of sheerness, but if you wear anything other than nude underwear, it's going to be very, very, very obvious in Blossom. Deeper skin tones, I think I have seen deeper skin tones wearing this and it definitely doesn't look bad, but I wouldn't like to comment 100% whether it's like safe or not, because I do notice when I wear anything darker than like my skin tone underwear, you can definitely see it. So that's being stand-up proof as well. So it's not stand-up proof really in anything other than like a dead match nude underwear. Even then you can see it a little bit. It's pretty sheer, but the more you size up the better it does get. You wouldn't wear black underwear with this. Squat proof, it kind of is a bit squat proof on me because I wear nude underwear, but if you're wearing anything under the nude, a nude thong in particular, it's not going to be squat proof. especially if you've got a deeper skin tone. Obviously the difference between this and my skin tone isn't huge, so you're not really going to see that sheerness in the bottom of a squat the same way you might with a deeper skin tone, so that's something to be aware of. But these don't really bother me too much. I feel like these are okay, and they're definitely better in a size small for all of those sorts of things. So yeah, love the size small. In terms of the medium, I feel like this is probably a little bit ambitious. I'm definitely just not a medium, but because of how small the extra small was, I was like, maybe I am a medium. You can see the waistband is way too big on this, like it genuinely does gape. It doesn't offer me any support. The leg, to be honest, isn't too big. Like it's really not too big in the size medium. A little bit more extra material, but like it's nothing crazy. But the waistband, that's what I mean when I say like between sizes, I don't feel like there's too much difference in the leg, but the waistband is way too big on me in a size medium, so I would definitely stick with a size small. And I do notice with the leggings in particular, going up to a size small, I do definitely get excess material at the front, which I'm not a huge fan of. So that's annoying that I have to size up in Amplify now. Well, and then we've got the hot pink, which I got in a size small. Now, like I said, I've got the original extra small, and it's a short. It's like, it's more of when sizing was a little bit better. I would definitely say these run a little bit tighter because these don't feel that different to the original extra small for me. So a small fits fine. That's all I have to say on it, really. I don't really have any issues with this feeling too tight, but I never do with the original extra small hot pink. So I'd say these definitely do run smaller because this does fit similar to the extra small and it's a size small, if that makes sense. But I prefer this length shorts, the new 4.5 as opposed to the original 3.5. I definitely prefer this. I prefer the way that they do the logo now. The only thing I don't prefer is the scrunch, the new thicker scrunch. They've done that on purpose. It wasn't an accident. They've done it because people were complaining about scrunchies popping, so they changed the scrunch. That's why it got changed. So in terms of it going back to normal, I don't think they'll ever put it back to normal because they did it on purpose. It wasn't like an accidental thing or like a quality control thing that they just haven't checked. Squat proofness, not 100%, but stand-up proof is fine with anything other than black underwear. When I put black underwear on with these, you can see it, so just wear nude underwear and you'll be fine. Pretty squat proof, not 100%, but you know, not as bad as some other colours. Cough cough, whale blue. I can't get over how bad the whale blue is, guys, honestly. Like, it's so ridiculously sheer. Like, so ridiculously sheer. So that's it, guys. That's it for this video. That was just a little restock, some new bras, chatting about bras in general from Alphalete and going over some sizing material, giving you guys some Amplify tea that's hopefully been helpful to do with sizing and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, obviously my package came late and I had full intentions of doing my video this way anyway, but I really hope with, like, especially seeing the difference between an extra small, a small and a medium, that this can be really helpful for sizing, especially with the birthday sale. Like I said, I'll obviously get different sizes for that, but if you were interested in any of these colours, it could help you with picking out what size you want to be for that. Like I said, I've now got doubles of some colours, so literally DM me on Instagram, let me know which one you want that I've got doubles of and which size you want, and I will just ship it out to you. I'll cover the shipping fees, it really doesn't matter. It is going to be first come first served, so yeah, none of this stuff is going to sell out before the birthday sale, so don't buy anything from now and the birthday sale. Like, just wait until the birthday sale. None of it's going to sell out before the birthday sale, so just wait. You really don't need to buy any of this. You'll be able to get a discount. It's going to be 10 to 80% off site-wide. As we know from previous sales, 10% is going to be the new launch, and then I think some of this stuff will probably be 20 to 30% off some of the stuff in this video, so it will be a good opportunity to pick some bits up. And in terms of my most worn colours that restocked for like bottoms, if you're interested, hazelnut, pixel pink, digital violet and scarlet. Digital violet has probably fast become one of my favourite colours from Alphalete ever. As you can see, it looks really good with greys. I feel like this looks good on all skin tones. I've seen super fair skinned girls wear it, I've seen super deep skin toned girls wear it, and everyone looks good in it. So digital violet would probably be my top pick out of all these colours. I just think it's a really good colour. But yeah, those are my most worn colours that were relaunched in this drop. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Like I said, I'll leave the birthday sale info below, and I will be doing a haul, fingers crossed, before that goes live, because I should be getting my stuff in time. Again, super sorry about Black Friday and completely understand if no one's excited about the birthday sale because of what happened. I get it. I do get it. I know that some people had a really fine experience with Black Friday, but a lot of people did not, and that's, to be honest, like, it happens every year. It's really not acceptable at this point. It should have been fixed. I just feel like every year there's another reason as to why it's gone tits up. And I am really, really sorry. But yes, also big giveaway is going to be coming for the birthday sale because it's my 3rd anniversary with Alphalete. 2020, the birthday sale, was the first time I ever worked with them, and honestly, like, I'm not joking, probably the first birthday sale launch, I was like, this is gonna go awful, I'm not gonna do well, I don't know, like, I had such bad anxiety over it. I was like, I'm not gonna do well, this is gonna be like my first and only chance to work with them and I'm just gonna flop. And then I did well. And then last year I was like, oh, this might be my last one. And then this year again, I'm like, oh, this might be my last one. I just get really bad anxiety and I just need to stop. Because even if it is, I've had like the most amazing 3 years with Alphalete and I'm super, super grateful for it. And it's been a huge opportunity, like, to be able to do these videos. And like, these videos, they take me a long time, but they're my absolute, like, this and like workout education is like my favorite thing to do. Like, honestly, if I could have a job which was just me reviewing samples, testing out samples, helping to tweak samples, I would do that job in a heartbeat. Like, this has actually really shown me that I have a passion for this sort of stuff in terms of like design, having a keen eye for things, and just being like keen-eyed with things. Is that even a passion? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video here, but yeah, a big giveaway is gonna be coming because none of this would have happened if it wasn't for you guys, and I am forever a grateful little girly for that. My voice is cracking, so that means it's time to end the video. Have a gorgeous week. I think I'm posting this on Sunday, so have the best week, and I will probably, if you only watch my Alphalete hauls, I will see you when it's the birthday sale haul launch. And if you watch my other videos, I'll see you this week because I'm weekly upload queen now. Goodbye.